to the bone. My name is Janine, I am your host today, and today we're going to be discussing and meal prepping for an easy, plant-based, vegan, or vegetarian-friendly meal for you and your family. So what I like to call this is called a chickpea tuna salad. Basically, all the ingredients that you're going to need are going to be under around $10. So you're going to need a can of chickpeas that you are going to mash up in a bowl as such. You're going to need 2 stalks of celery chopped, about a half cup of diced red onion, a nice half cup of shredded carrots, and then you're going to need a vegan mayo substitute. So the one that I like to use is called Just Mayo. There's a lot of different vegan mayonnaises, and the only difference between that is the ingredients that are used within a vegan mayonnaise are most of the time organic or without egg and without lard. So I think it's more so of a healthier substitute than your average mayonnaise. So that's why I like to use a vegan mayonnaise substitute. And then we're going to need a 4th teaspoon of your regular mustard, yellow mustard. Your seasonings that you're going to need are about 1 tablespoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of dill weed, and then just your average salt and pepper. And that's about it. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember that this can be used, I like to use it in sandwiches and make almost like a plant-based version of a tuna salad sandwich, but it's a chickpea tuna salad sandwich. You can use this as a little hors d'oeuvre or a little snack, as a dip, however you want to use it. It's really delicious. I like to add little add-ons like sunflower seeds to make it crunchy if you're a fan of that crunch. And if you are a fan of that salty sweet mixture, you can add some dried cranberries and it will really offset that flavor of salty and sweet. And that's one of my favorite combinations to make. So let's go ahead and get started. So as I said, you want to rinse your can of chickpeas and then you want to mash it in a bowl. So once we have that mixture, we're just going to add our vegan mayonnaise. Pop that right in there. You know, mayo is sometimes hard to get out of your little cup, so want to make sure you get as much as you want. And you can adjust the mayo to whatever the consistency is that you like. If you like it a little bit creamier, you can add a little bit more. If you like it a little less creamy and a little more with, a little more texture to it, then you can add less. So let's go ahead and mix that first. And then as we're mixing, we are going to throw in our onions. So let's grab a nice handful of that. I got a little piece of carrot in there, but that's okay. Throw that in there. Start mixing that in. And again, another reason why I really love this recipe is because you do not need to cook. You do not need to fry, saute, bake, broil, whatever. It's just something easy that requires no cooking whatsoever. It's a 1-pot stop. You just need 1 bowl to make it, so you're easy on the dishes. And you can have your kids make it with you, or they can make it themselves. Very easy. So let's throw our carrots in as well. Start mixing it up. We're gonna throw our celery in here. Fresh celery is very important just because the celery is also what's going to give it that nice crunchy texture. And you can tell when your celery is kind of going bad when it starts to become a little bit yellow, like a yellow tint to it. So make sure that your celery is nice and fresh. Again, all my ingredients you get from any local supermarket. These are just natural, fresh ingredients, and even cans, like the canned chickpeas, which is I got my canned chickpeas for 99 cents. So let's go ahead and mix it there. And you can see already, just the colors in it look very nice, very aesthetically appealing. Continue mixing it there. Now we're gonna start to add our seasonings and our little dash of mustard. So I like to use a 4th teaspoon of mustard. Your mustard is gonna give it almost like a salt a salty texture, if it ever comes out of the little teaspoon. There we go. And then we're gonna add our parsley and our dill. Mix it around. And this is also a recipe that is very easy to double if you want to make more. This is a serving for about 4, let's say you're making sandwiches, it will make about 4 sandwiches. So you can just double this recipe very easily. And we will be posting this recipe. And make sure that you make it for the entire family. If you have a very large family, like 4 to 6, it's something that's very easy to double. And just make a huge batch of it. And if you actually leave it in your fridge for the whole week, the flavors start to soak in and actually make it very more like flavor accented. So you definitely don't want to let it go for over a week, but during the week, it's definitely something that you can have as a meal prep for your whole entire week and for your family. Okay. And last, we're going to add just a pinch of salt. And a pinch of pepper, black ground pepper. Mix it all up. All right. And I think we are all set. I wish you guys could smell this right now. It's so odd, but chickpeas, when they're mashed up, they actually smell like tuna. It's very odd, don't get me wrong, but they really do have that aroma of a regular tuna salad as well. So that's why chickpeas make such a good plant-based substitute for a tuna salad. And it's just, I mean, it's very easy to make, like I said, and it's very flavorful and the best lunch snack ever. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so now that our chickpea salad is done, as I said, there's a variety of different ways that we can use this as a meal or as a snack. So what we're gonna do now is add it to our pitas, because Priscilla and I love pitas. And you can make it a little pita sandwich, so we'll just spread it on there. I like to just make a little half sandwich, throw some extra arugula on there. And as I said, I love my toppings to be some dried cranberries and some sunflower seeds. Really gives it that extra salty sweet flavor. Split it up and voila, you have a chickpea tuna salad sandwich in a pita bread. And as I said, you can use any different type of variety of toppings that you want. If you don't want to use a pita bread, you can just use regular whole wheat bread or regular sliced bread. If you want to use crackers, if you want to use, you know, some chips as a dip, anything like that, you can use that. And it's just something that's super easy for you guys, super easy to make at home as parents, to make for a kid, to meal prep for the week. I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and we will be posting this recipe on our social media, so remember to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. And thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Let's Get Down to the Bone. We hope to have you and your child be participants in our Metabone clinical trial with our delicious fiber supplement. If you want to see if your child is eligible, please make sure to visit our website and take our screening questionnaire. And you can always get in touch with one of us, such as myself, Janine, or Priscilla, our research assistants. We have an abundance of other team members that are more than willing to give you guys a call, give us a ring, chit chat with you, explain more about our study, and we hope to see you soon. See you later and see you next time.